How do I burn just belly fat? Everything else is good. I just want to burn belly fat. Guess what? Ain't gonna happen. You cannot spot you cannot spot burn fat. It's just gonna burn all over. Doesn't matter where you go. Welcome back to the Marcus Allgood Show. Thank you for listening. Appreciate everybody out there listening and sharing the show, or watching it on YouTube and checking it on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Today we're going to be talking about burning belly fat, and we're going back into the fitness world. So burning belly fat is a common fitness goal due to its implications for health and aesthetics. However, it's important to understand that spot reduction, targeting fat loss in specific areas like the abdomen through certain exercises, is largely a myth. Instead, overall body fat must be reduced to see changes in belly fat. Here are some key strategies and exercises that can effectively help reduce overall body fat, and including belly fat. Belly fat is the last thing to go. It'll start getting reduced, but if you want to see all your abs, all 8 of them, that last little bit at the bottom of your abs is the hardest part to get rid of. It's the last to go because that's where it stores the most, and the rest of it just takes time. No amount of crunches, no amount of sit-ups, no amount of GHD sit-ups, anything like that is going to get rid of the fat on your stomach. All it's going to do is build your muscles and stick your belly out until you start reducing the fat all over your body. One thing that works, number 1, cardiovascular exercises, full body workouts. These are crucial for burning calories and reducing overall body fat. High intensity interval training, HIIT workouts, is particularly effective. HIIT alternates short bursts of intense activity with periods of rest or lower intensity exercises, significantly boosting metabolism and burning fat. I like to do a lot of HIIT workouts, CrossFit style workouts, HIIT style workouts. I also do some regular lifting. Not everybody is going to go for this. And so if you just do the strength training part, you're going to have to do some like walking, running, jogging, anything like that. You're going to have to do some kind of cardiovascular. I like the pain from the HIIT workouts. I like the high heart rate, just hit it quick and go. And I will do some runs and things like that, but it's almost like sprinting for a good 10 to 15 minutes. All right. So now the other part of it, we got strength training. Incorporating full body strength training helps build muscle, which increases your resting metabolic rate, meaning you burn more calories when you're not exercising. Compound movements like squats, deadlifts, and bench press involve multiple groups and are very effective for burning calories and building muscle. You can do shoulder press, clean, snatches, upright rows. There's so many different exercises out there that are compound movements that's going to incorporate a lot of your body. You can individualize each muscle group. Like on Monday, you can do shoulders, Tuesday, back, Wednesday, legs. You could do all that, but you can also do like 3 days a week of full body workouts, and it's not gonna hurt you, but it's actually probably gonna be really good for you. It's gonna definitely burn more calories. But strength training, the more muscle you have, the more calories you burn at a resting rate. Just remember that. So you don't want to be a cardio bunny. You want to mix the two together because you still got to strengthen your heart up at the same time. Number 2, consistent physical activity. Regular exercise routine. Consistency is key in any fitness regimen, and engaging in physical activity most days of the week ensures you're burning calories regularly, which helps reduce body fat over time. It's all about, like the theme is, it's all about burning calories. How much movement are you getting in? And just remember, it's not always going to be, movement in the gym or movement out in movement out, walking, things like that. But you got to think about, are you sitting in the chair for 8 hours a day? Are you getting up, walking around? Are you walking on a treadmill while you're working? Are you parking further away from the door to walk into the grocery store? Are you taking the stairs? Are you taking the elevator? Are you taking the escalator? There's so many different things that add up throughout the day that you don't really think about. So you got to be conscious of what you're doing. Am I getting the parking spot as close to the doors I can so I don't have to walk that far? Switch it up. Go out there. Park by where the cart return is. It's usually a little bit further away. You get a little bit extra steps in there. So the other thing, number 3, this is the most important part of it right here. Caloric deficit. If you are not in a caloric deficit, you will not burn fat. It doesn't matter. I don't care what anybody else says. You're not in a caloric deficit, you're not going to burn fat. So what caloric deficit means is consuming fewer calories than you burn. And that's going to be essential for fat loss. Focus on a balanced diet rich in vegetables, fruits, lean proteins, and whole grains that supports your exercise regimen without contributing to a caloric excess. Caloric surplus, really. So if you eat a ribeye, that's going to add, because it's adding a whole bunch of fat. So each ribeye is probably about 1,000 calories, depending on the size of it. But if you eat like a 12-ounce ribeye, it's like 1,100 calories. So therefore, you've already ate most of your calories for the day. But you got to think, first of all, you got to figure out how many calories you burn in a day. And there's certain equations out there, that spreadsheets, equations, and trackers, and things, everything out there that you can do. Some of them, I don't believe. Some of them have your calories up way higher than they need to be. So you think you're in a deficit, but you're really not. So reach out to me or somebody that you know that can count your macros for you, or count how many calories that you need for the day. A lot of it depends on your height, your age, and your weight that you're already at. And the more you lose weight, the less calories you're going to need to eat. So, which is always better, because, I mean, who wants to eat 6,000 calories a day? Nobody. I mean, there are some people, but even the big bodybuilders, they don't want to eat that much. They just have to eat that much. Then the other part of this is your quality of diet. It's not just about quantity. The quality of your food matters too. Minimizing intake of processed foods, we've talked about that, and sugars and high-fat items can reduce caloric intake and improve overall body composition. There's a reason why fat and sugar and processed foods taste so good. One, fat's just delicious. Sugar's just sweet, super sweet, and messes with the brain. And processed foods, they are made to make it more highly palatable, so that way you will eat more and eat more and eat more and eat more. It gives you those dopamine kicks that will be like, oh, I need some more of that. Oh, I need some more of that. And I'm guilty of it too. Like, you can't just eat one chip. It's almost impossible. If you constantly eat those processed foods, you're constantly overeating for sure. Now, there's certain things that I'll eat, but I have to like cut it in half and like run away from it after I eat it. Like, I have to throw it in the trash, else I know you're gonna be like, oh man, that thing tasted really good. Let me get another bite, and then another bite, and another bite. And next thing you know, the freaking thing's gone. And you've ate 4,000 calories on accident in one sitting. All right, number 4, lifestyle modifications. Adequate sleep. I'm a big believer in sleep. I like 7 to 8 hours. But I wish I could get uninterrupted sleep by not having to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. I wonder what like 7 hours of not getting up one time to go to the bathroom would be. Like, how much better would I feel? How much better would my body be recovered? But I'm not going to take any sleeping drugs or anything like that to do it, to test it out. Getting enough sleep is crucial for weight loss. Lack of sleep can disrupt hormones that regulate appetite and satiety, leading to increased hunger and potential weight gain. A lot of the people that work night shift run into this, because it's just so hard to sleep during the day. They don't usually get enough sleep. They'll get like 3 or 4 hours, and they just wake up and they can't sleep again. They'll take a nap. But then at night, they're up in the middle of the night, so they're snacking the whole time, not even thinking about how much they're actually eating. It's a tough life living that nightlife for sure. It's one of those that I do not envy anybody, but it is essential for some people to do. Some people have managed to figure it out. Most have not, to be able to keep the weight off and to keep their sleep regulated. Stress management. High stress levels can lead to weight gain, particularly around the midsection, due to the release of hormone cortisol, which can increase appetite and drive abdominal fat. It does store there. Keep your cortisol levels down. Definitely go get your blood checked to see if you have high cortisol levels, especially if you work in a stressful environment, you have a stressful household. Anything that's causing the stress on you, definitely go get your blood checked and see how high your cortisol is. And even if you're in a calorie deficit, you're doing some workouts, and you still aren't seeing any changes, go get your blood checked. This information is definitely for people that have checked their blood and there's not a whole lot going on. Now, your cortisol can be up, definitely just from doing some HIIT workouts and things like that. So you really want to go in there, let the Go see what it's all about. I do my blood work once a year, and I think it's really cool to be able to see what all is happening inside the body just from the blood. Number 5, I am a super believer in this one also. I take pictures once a week, but you have to track your progress and make adjustments. And even in the program that I use, I track all my weights, track everything that I do, the times. But monitoring, keeping track of your progress with fitness trackers or regular check-ins can help you stay on course and make necessary adjustments to your exercise and diet plans. I use MyFitnessPal to calculate all my macros and to see where I'm at for the day. There are some days I need more carbs, some days I need more fat, some days I need more protein. I really like the days I need more protein. And even sometimes when you get the fat, you can just add in like a slab of butter. Oh, fat's so delicious, but so calorific. You have to really watch how much fat you intake. Fat's good for you, but you still have to regulate how much you will eat because you will go over your calories and just go into a calorie surplus. Very easy eating fat, delicious fat. While exercises specifically targeting the abdomen, like crunches and planks, and strengthen the abdominal muscles, they alone will not burn belly fat. A comprehensive approach that includes cardiovascular exercise, strength training, proper nutrition, and lifestyle management is the most effective way to reduce overall body fat, including belly fat. This holistic approach not only helps in fat reduction, but also enhances overall health and fitness. I hope this really helped you out. And you got to remember, it's not easy. You've really got to cut out the processed foods. You got to cut out the junk. You got to cut out some friends. You've got to cut out everything that you know that you think about that's healthy right now is probably not healthy. You have to think about how much sugar. You have to learn how to read a nutrition label. We'll probably go over that later. You got to know how much to eat. It doesn't really matter when you eat as long as you eat throughout the day. But just remember, it's in the diet. The working out is going to be good. Building the core is going to be good. But what you eat, staying in caloric deficit is going to be where you burn the most fat. I appreciate everybody listening and watching. If you got any questions, reach out to me, and I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Bye.